I'm gonna try and make like a big pot because I haven't in a while. And we'll see how it goes. I have low expectations.
It took me a while to center this thing, so I just kind of cut all that out because it was pretty boring.
I've got a cylinder now and I'm gonna pull it up and bring it out into a bowl, hopefully about that long. And I'm gonna make 2 bowls about that big. We'll see how it happens, see what happens, see if I can do it.
Right here, I'm going to cut off like a little bit of a wiggle just to keep it from getting out of hand, and then trying to keep my pulls relatively consistent and get a lot of that weight out of the bottom, but it was still pretty thick down there.
I'm gonna try and get it to start going out.
This part is pretty straightforward. You're just pulling it out into a really big bowl pretty much. I wish I would have pulled it out a little bit wider so that the end product would be more round. Also, using a rib on the inside and measuring right there so I can copy that on the next bowl.
Now I'm gonna take this one off the wheel and put it over there and start on the other half. Probably gonna hopefully look something like this. I'm gonna score the bottom piece now and put a little slip on there.
Both of these pieces sat overnight to harden up a little bit.
All right, we got them up. They're pretty close, you know, pretty darn close. I couldn't be happier. And now I'm gonna let it sit for like 15 minutes. Thick bottom. Okay, now to seal this little joint up.
This is where I messed up the biggest, I think. I should have sealed that way, way, way better, and I'm gonna definitely practice that a lot.
So now it's set up, it's been here for like 30 minutes maybe. I'm gonna try and widen it out a little bit. This is the point where I'm probably gonna fail, but it's worth a shot and I will learn from the failure. I also have a glove on because I gashed my thumb making these awesome trimming tools. In case you were wondering why I had this silly little thing on. Throwing with the glove on is really annoying because this moves and it kind of sticks more than skin. But I'm gonna use ribs on the inside and outside anyway, so it'll probably be fine.
So this is the part that I wish I would have thrown the 2 bowls a lot wider than I did, so that most of this work would have been done already. Because throwing 2 bowls on top of each other is is pretty terrifying. Also, that joint is so bad. So bad. It was opening up while I was throwing it, and every time I saw it, I was like, this is the end. This is as far as we're going. But it held up. I'm surprised. It was good.
So while doing this, it's good to take a big step back and just get a whole big picture. Because when you're throwing it, you're just kind of looking at it like this, you know? And that's not a great way. That's not how people are usually going to be seeing it. So, taking a big step back, I can see right here, there's a weird little wiggle. And, yeah, and there is just a general slant to it. And I'm going to show you a fun thing that I've been trying. I don't make these often. It does look a lot similar to that pot, which I don't like. I really want to get it really wide, but I'll try again. For now, I'm going to focus all my attention on this, and I'm going to try and get that wiggle, this little wiggle out, and then kind of shift it over so it's a little bit more centered.
It feels like every time I mess with the bottom third of a pot, it gets even more wiggly. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I need to, if you know, let me know, please. It's a problem.
Right here we can see where my joint is not very good. And I think, I honestly, I don't expect this kiln to be, this pot to be perfect or even survive the firing, but just for now, I'm gonna try and just score it. It's probably not gonna do anything, but it'll make my brain feel a little bit better. After this, I'm gonna be done, but oh, that could have been bad. Just tripped over my pedal. I think that this looks too similar to the last one I made, and I'm going to cut this rim, very big, thick rim, cut it off, and make a smaller little nubby rim. I think it's gonna look good. I'm also gonna try and widen this out just a little bit more. Hopefully I don't push it too far.
The next time I make a big pot, I'm going to keep the top section a lot thinner because this was a lot to deal with. Also, just making it super wiggly. Goodness, wow.
So I'm liking what it's looking like. And I'm leaving it intentionally not perfect. There's still that wiggle, and there's a little something up here I'm not super big fan of, but I kind of threw this so that I'd have something to trim a lot of. And I think that I succeeded in that idea. I like this smaller rim. I'm gonna trim the heck out of it. I'm gonna make it really thin, hopefully, and I'm gonna stay away from that little scored spot that didn't connect very well. I like it. I'm gonna trim it in the next video probably, and hopefully it doesn't crack immediately. Thanks for watching.